Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. We're just a couple of days away from Tennessee taking on Florida inside of Neyland Stadium. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely electric. College game day, Josh Pate, Checker Neyland. You know, I kind of liked, we talked about last night on the live stream, I kind of liked that Tennessee's coming out in the OGs, the original orange and white. Orange tops, white breeches, the old school Tennessee uniform. Let's stay true to tradition. We're going to check our Neyland. It's going to be an electric atmosphere. And look, we talked about the importance of this game. The fact that, you know, it feels like a turning point for Josh Heupel. This feels like this game is so crucial. It's so big. You know, we're talking about one win out of the last 17 years for this Tennessee football team. And I feel like Josh Heupel has an opportunity to go out on Saturday and make a statement and kind of turn things in the right direction. And it means a lot. You know, we talk about the day and age, 2022, recruiting, the transfer portal. College football is so different. And I think the 2023 season, obviously, it's a big thing to see what Joe Milton has done through a couple of games this year. You know, he's been dialed in. I think we've got our quarterback for 2023, but also the more success you have this year, the more success you're going to have in the transfer portal, but also we can talk about the class of 23, and also, you know, they're sitting pretty good right now. You look at the class of 23, top 10 overall, they're sitting at 9th according to 24/7 Sports. Obviously, you've got Nico Iamaleava committed, Daevin Bradley, Caleb Herring, and, you know, the edge rushing position is pretty big. You look through just 3 games this season, the fact that James Pierce, Joshua Josephs, they've got some run. They've made some plays. James Pierce got home just last week. You know, they're both making plays. You stack Caleb Herring, Daevin Bradley, along with those guys, you start building up this roster, adding depth. A lot of guys are going to be on campus for this game against Florida on Saturday, and Tennessee has a huge opportunity to not only go out and it kind of be a turning point in Tennessee football, but also the landscape of recruiting. Some of the names that'll be on campus: Nico Iamaleava, of course, already committed to Tennessee; Caleb Herring, Ethan Davis, Cam Seldon, Shamrod Umarov will be on hand, Jordan Matthews. A lot of guys that are already committed in this class of 23, but you got a couple of big ones. Daevin Hobbs is going to be on campus for an official visit. Another guy that's going to be on campus is Vysen Lang. 2 guys that I think are at key positions in this class of 23. Daevin Hobbs being a defensive lineman, and then Vysen Lang being an offensive lineman. I think those are 2 key positions. You can also look ahead to the 2024 class. Jonathan Eccles, already committed to Tennessee, 5-star prospect, defensive end, but I think he's coming to Tennessee to play tight end. But big-time prospect. You've got some other guys as well. Edwin Spillman's going to be on hand. Mario Craver, Sammy Brown. A lot of big-time talent is going to be on campus taking in this Tennessee-Florida game. You've got a big opportunity, like I said, not only in the world of the transfer portal, but also the class of 23, 24, 25. They're all watching. Big opportunity for Josh Heupel on Saturday. We're going to talk about a couple of those guys coming up in just a second, but as always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts, we're not insiders, we are fans just like you. For the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do around here, make sure you subscribe, click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We're live every single game, post-game show. Immediately after the game, we're live right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. We were also going to have a tailgate show on Saturday about an hour before kickoff, so make sure you're dialed in. Come hang out, always a good time. But let's talk about a couple of key positions for me when we look at this class of 23. And look, it's going to change as we kind of move through the fall. You know, these kids are going into their senior year. They're going to put some tape out there that guys can watch, you can evaluate, and we're going to see some names kind of come out of nowhere. Going to try to keep you guys up to date on that. But one guy that I think really, really stands out is Daevin Hobbs, and he's a defensive lineman. We really need to add some guys on the interior. You know, we've talked about Caleb Herring. We've talked about Daevin Bradley. We got to add some big bodies on the inside at the defensive tackle position, and that's exactly what Daevin Hobbs gives you. And again, along with Vysen Lang, they're going to be the only 2 kids that are on campus for an official visit. this coming Saturday. And, it's kind of tough when you talk about official visits on game day. The coaches are pretty busy on game day. You're focused on the current team, what's going on, Tennessee, Florida. That's really your focal point. But on the flip side of that, Daevin, Hobbs, Vysen, Lang, they're the only two kids that are going to be on campus officially. So they're going to get all of this coaching staff's attention. But Daevin Hobbs just got recently bumped by On3.com, recently bumped to a 5-star prospect. You can see there on the screen, 6'4", 270 pounds out of the state of North Carolina. A lot of people have him leaning towards North Carolina. You can see there the On3.com recruiting prediction machine has him at 57.2%. I don't think that's accurate because his stock, it is rising. And Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia are coming after Daevin Hobbs hard and heavy. And where do you want to play? As a defensive lineman, where do you want to go play in the SEC? You can go play for Rodney Garner, the best defensive line coach in the country, hands down, no questions asked. I'm not even going to let you argue that. I think Rodney Garner's track record speaks for itself. Daevin Hobbs will be on campus again officially. The scouting report on him says here he has verified size with multi-sport profile, with productivity in football and basketball, plays significant snaps on offense and defense, has 80-plus inch wingspan, quick-twitched, high-level athlete, had 20.5 tackles for loss as a junior, and again, that stock is only going to rise as he goes through his senior season. It says here, again, dual sport athlete, averaged 14.7 points per game in basketball for Class 2A state champion. He gets off the line quickly as an edge rusher or playing as a 5 or 7 technique. And again, I think once he ends up at Tennessee with his size, 6'4", 270 pounds, I think he's going to be able to add enough weight throughout the course of his senior season, the offseason, then also once he gets on a college campus. I think he's going to put on some good weight. And I think before it's all said and done, Daevin Hobbs is going to be playing on the inside. It says shows burst at snap and closing speed near ball carrier. Possesses excellent body control, which shines as a pass-catching tight end. And again, that just speaks to his athleticism. The fact that he shows burst at the snap, but then he's also got that athleticism to go out and make catches as a tight end. He's got upper body strength to disengage, understands how to use hands to keep offensive linemen off him, change the direction, a plus given his size, foot quickness, and explosion, also evident on the basketball court, can chase down plays on the backside, shows some ability to stack and shed, but has to continue to work on anchoring when teams run at him, has to continue to develop in the lower body, increase lower body flexibility, will aid in chance of direction and ability to win leverage battles at the point of attack, relies heavily on speed and athleticism, so much continue to develop technique and move sets, can play early at a top 20 program, has that mid-round NFL draft potential. I like to hear that. I like to hear about a guy that's got raw athleticism, relies heavily on speed and athleticism. Let's go. Let's get on campus and let Rodney Garner develop you. What better place for Daevin Hobbs to come than Tennessee? And again, that defensive tackle position is crucial in this class of 23 based on the needs, based on the guys that are committed. I think they're pretty solid at the edge position with Davion Bradley, with Caleb Herring. I think they're sitting pretty solid there. You got Tyree Weathersby, who just recently got a huge bump in the ratings. You've got Trevor Duncan, a guy that's listed as an athlete. He can play on the defensive line, offensive line. I just think this class of 23 is lining up very, very solid for the University of Tennessee. A lot of talent on offense, a lot of talent on defense. Another position to me that's important, let's flip it on over. Let's talk about Vysen Lang, an offensive tackle, 6'4", 335 pounds. He's listed as interior offensive line, but I think he's versatile. I think he can play tackle, guard. You can see there the On3 recruiting prediction machine has Auburn out front at 33%. Tennessee there at 23.2%. Very much in the mix. We talked about the offensive tackle position, the guys that we missed on, the guys like Francis Mauigoa. We got Shamrod Umarov in the boat, and who knows what happens. Who knows who you can flip as we move forward through this class of 23. But I think Vysen Lang is a very important target. And again, we talk about the importance of this game coming up on Saturday. Tennessee, Florida, number 11 versus number 20. College game day, Checker Neyland. The atmosphere, Josh Pate's going to be on hand. The electricity that's going to be on that in that stadium on Saturday at 3:30. It's the perfect opportunity to bring guys like Daevin Hobbs, guys like Vysen. And again, I ran down the list of guys that are going to be visiting. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So much talent is going to be on hand to take in this game. But Daevin Hobbs, Vysen, both on campus officially. So just a huge opportunity to make an impact on these kids. The decision coming down the line, we'll see how it plays out. Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Daevin Hobbs, Vysen, two big targets. What do you think? How important is this game in the grand scheme of things for recruiting, for the transfer portal? I feel like I've said it over and over and over. I said it last night on the Wednesday night show. I said how important it was to go out and win that football game. It feels like a turning point for the University of Tennessee. But hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Big time recruiting weekend coming up for Tennessee. Also, go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. We got these limited edition Buck Fama shirts. They're going to be gone before you know it. I'm leaving them up for a limited time. Then they're going to be deleted, gone forever. So if you want one, you better get in where you fit in. We got all the regular merchandise. Any and all support greatly appreciated. Again, bonfire.com/store/TalkinVAWLS. Make sure you guys do smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, join us Saturday, 2:30, an hour before kickoff. We're going to be doing the fan call-in tailgate show. We'll be live immediately following the game. Make sure you're right here on the Talkin' VAWLS Network. But that's going to do it for this one. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.